Hello. I got it this time. Hi, everybody on Twitch. My name is Jonathan, and this is Roll for Crit. You're watching our Twitch channel. Hopefully, you can see and hear me okay, because I'm about to engage in a game of Marvel Champions. Now, you're going to have to forgive me for the look of myself. Hopefully, the cards look okay and are maybe not totally legible, but you can see them and see the colors and everything. Whereas I may kind of look like a dark, faded ghost. You know, lighting, different setups, things are happening behind the scenes, but nonetheless, I'm here. I'm with you, and you're with me. And it's exciting because, like I said, going to play Marvel Champions Fantasy Flight's living card game. Yeah, that's what they call them, living card games, wherein all the Marvel heroes come together. And I am trying out the newest hero, Gamora, who you may know from that Guardians of that Galaxies. Of course, she came right alongside with Star-Lord. But I am doing a pure solo run just with Gamora, and I am facing off against Klaw, who comes from the base set. Just a kind of a simple, normal villain. But I just thought, because A, I'm bad at this game and all games, and B, because I have not touched Gamora at all. I haven't changed up her deck. I haven't done anything. I've barely even looked at those cards. I'm just kind of going to play to see what's going on in there, and maybe if you haven't tried Gamora at home, maybe you'll have the chance to see how she works as well. So kind of a casual, just fun game. And I gotta bring up the chat on my phone because I can see someone chatted at me, but I'm far away. I'm far away from my monitor. So whoever it was said they love them some Marvel Champions. I'm gonna try not to the glare on the thing. If you post again, I'll be able to say your name out loud if that's the kind of thing that makes you feel happy, feel good about yourself. But if you don't need the glory, then don't bother. So, Gamora, just to give you a rundown of the basic setup, her kind of gimmicks. She has a thing called Skilled Tactician, which allows her to have up to 6 attack or thwart event cards in her deck outside of her chosen aspect. So normally in Marvel Champions, you can only have 1 color aspect per deck. She still follows that rule, but she can also throw in some of these attack and thwart events. So that's kind of interesting. And as an action in her alter ego form, I can look at the top card of my deck. If it's an attack or thwart event, I get to draw it once per round. If she's on this side. If she's in her hero form, she has a couple of responses she gets to do. Basically, if she plays an attack event, she also gets to remove a threat from a scheme. And if she plays a thwart event, she also gets to deal damage to an enemy. So she's versatile. She's one of those, and she kind of does a little bit of everything, which is why I'm hoping she'll be good for this pure solo run. If you're not familiar with Marvel Champions, I'm not going to go over the full rules. You'll have to find our How to Play video at rollforcrit.com. But essentially, I'm trying to take this villain Klaw down from his 21 health before he's able to kick off his main scheme with a bunch of threat tokens, or take me out by lowering my health down to 0. And Head Wound Yoda is in the chat with us. Love that name. Thanks for joining. Played Gamora last week, so let's see. We'll see how that goes. And Hoser is in the chat, says that I can be seen and heard fine. I'm glad that that's true. This is a different kind of a setup that I haven't streamed in a while with a normal game, not a video game. I've got this weird effect over here. It's my hands. Anyway, I'm not going to dwell on it. All right. And also, forgive me because I'm certain I will get a bunch of rules wrong and have to look them up. But if any pros are in the chat, you can help me out with that when the time comes. So let's get to it. Let's not waste any more time. Oh yeah, we got to talk about Klaw's scheme here. So the first thing that you do is search the encounter deck for the Defense Network side scheme and reveal it. I've already done that. There it is right there. When it's revealed, you place 1 threat per player there. Now, this is a great opportunity here because I'm glad Hoser40K is in the chat right now. I seem a little bright, Hoser says. Well, As long as the overhead looks good, don't even worry about me. You don't need to see this. But Hoser40K, a big supporter of the show and the channel, last year sent us these awesome accessories that he made himself for Marvel Champions that I'm very excited to show off on camera. And so you can see right here, we have this, whatever the name of that symbol is, which causes you to draw more encounter cards. I think that's what it is. No, that's the one that adds more threat. Guys, like I said, I'll look it up. But we have this marker right here. Oh, now you can't see it. Right there we'll put it to remind us that that is a thing. That is a thing that is happening. And we've also got these lovely little counters over here, which I will be using to indicate that cards have been exhausted so that I don't take up a bunch of space rotating everything to fit on the camera. So big shout out to Hoser40K for the assist on those. All right. Now, before we go on, I should look up, I should remind myself, that's the crisis icon is what that is. Which means that I must defeat this side scheme before I can deal with the main scheme. That's right. That's right. I remember now. So anyway, that has been done. Now we flip this. Oh yeah, here. If anyone wants the story of what Klaw's up to, the attack on the shield facility has been linked to an underground weapons network. Uh-oh. Your investigation reveals that the criminal enterprise is operated by Klaw, an old rival of the Avengers. When revealed, discard cards from the encounter deck until a minion is discarded, and put that minion into play engaged with the first player. In this case, that will be me, the first and only player. So let's see. Just doing standard cards plus Klaws plus their recommended Masters of Mayhem, I think it is what it's called. Hey, we got a minion right off the bat, so that's good because discarding cards from there is kind of bad. It's an armored guard. 0 scheme, 1 attack, 3 health. And whereas this protects the main scheme, this guy is going to protect Klaw. Because I cannot attack the villain unless I defeat him. And he is tough. He has a toughness effect. So he basically has a shield. Next time I hurt him, he's just going to remove that toughness instead of actually taking damage. So that's a fun little thing to start the game off with. And this is going to need 6 threat before it proceeds to the next stage. This only gets 1 on it. Oh, when revealed, place an additional 1, but it starts with 2. So it has 3 total. All right. 1 per player. I was like, why not just make it a 3? It scales difficulty for number of players. I get it, Fantasy Flight. You're smart. You figured it out. Hoser helped me out with the meaning of that symbol and says he finds his little doohickey things work better with more people, easier to see when the table gets crowded. Yeah. So there you go. It's a little at-home life hack for you. All right, now that we have an armored guard, let's get into this game. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with Gamora other than she likes attack and thwart events. And hopefully, I have not altered this deck, so hopefully it will help me out. Now, I could take a mulligan, but I'm not going to because, I don't know. I'm not going to subject you guys to that. Let's just get into it. Let's just see what happens. Here, you can see my whole hand. I'll put it on display as I'm looking through it. So let's take a look at what we've got. These games always take about 14 times longer on stream because of me yapping the whole time, telling you what's going on, but that's okay. We've got this one is free, so how's that? You know what? Actually, before I do anything, I might as well use her alter ego action to look at the top card of my deck. Yeah, why not? And if it is an attack or thwart event, I get to draw it. It's not. It's Nebula. It's an ally, so I know that I have Nebula as an ally coming up. I don't know. You know, there's some builds where it might be useful to know the next upcoming card, but I'm not sure if she's going to care about that too much. So this is a simple hero action. Allows me to remove a threat from a scheme, but if you recall, that also means she gets to deal a damage to an enemy. And that's actually really good because I have to be in hero form to do it, but still I could use that to ping Armored Guard, get rid of that toughness without feeling like I wasted a turn or a move. So that's kind of good. I think it's so far. I'm excited. I've only looked at one card. What am I doing? Going in order of cost? I suppose that's what I'm doing. We got first hit. This is an attack. Allows me to deal 2 damage to the villain, or if a minion initiates an attack, deal 2 damage to the minion instead. Okay, so I have to decide how I want to use that. We got Gamora's sword. That's pretty cool. After you play an attack event, deal 1 damage to an enemy. Oh, okay, okay. That's probably a good one to get out early. I'm seeing that. Hit and run. This is a basic card. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. Oh, it does both. So this is an attack event and a thwart event? Someone will have to clarify for me. So that means that I get to do both of my special effects if I play that. That's pretty fun. Hit and run. You get to do both. Oh, I got 2 of those. I shuffled, guys, I swear. And finally, uppercut. That's a basic 5 damage. It's not a basic. I just meant it's simple. 5 damage to an enemy. Smack, it says. Sorry if I yelled too loud. I want to probably save that for Klaw. Head Wound Yoda says, deciding which cards to use as resources is sometimes the hardest part of the game. I agree, which is why my philosophy for tonight, let me try to make this promise to you at home, is that I'm not going to think that hard about it. I'm going to try to just go with the flow and just kind of do what seems right at the time and not overthink it so that you don't have to watch me agonize over it. And you know what? If I lose, well then, that's pretty much just that's just how it's going to go. So the only reason I don't want to play this yet. Yeah, I'll go ahead and switch to hero form. Boom. And I mean, I think I don't see any reason to not just play this right now. I just kind of like it. So I'm going to set the pace. I mean, it's the first card. Like I said, I'm not going to think about it. Set the pace. I get to remove a threat from a scheme. That'll be this one. And because of her ability, Precision, because that was a thwart event, I also get to deal 1 damage to an enemy. The Armored Guard removes his toughness. How about that? 1 card, and already we're making progress. Who's feeling good? Also, anybody, if you have tried out, I'm curious for people who have played not only with Gamora, but Star-Lord, or any of the other stuff, the new Guardians stuff, what your thoughts are in general on those. I have not tried Star-Lord yet, or Groot, but I did try out Rocket Raccoon, and I was bad with him, like I usually am. All right, let's get back into it. So now we've got this Armored Guard here. I still have to take him out. I'm still being blocked right now by these things. Boy, Klaw really brought out like exactly what he needed to annoy me at the beginning. Yeah, I would like to get my sword down, but that means I'm probably going to be sacrificing a few good cards here. I mean, I have 2 hit and runs, which in my mind makes me go, I don't need 2. I'll just keep 1 of them. Ooh, it's also good, though, because that's really good. I really want to get rid of this. I mean, I guess if I don't get rid of it right now, it's not the end of the world. But that's still a nice card. Because then I could also... Oh, yeah, I also have her basic power, of course, to attack and or thwart. So I could use her basic power to thwart that. And then, what's her sword do again? Oh, it just helps me when I play attack events. Which I feel like I gotta do now. I want that out early. That's a gift that I drew that in my opening hand, is what I'm gonna assume. Again, I haven't looked through this deck. So let's play that. Oh, I really want... Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna play it. Spending these 3 cards right here. I'm trying not to overthink it, but it's a difficult habit for me to break because I always assume whatever I'm doing is the wrong decision. Gamora now has a sword. I mean, it's in her art. I think she needed to start out with that. It just seems right. I don't have... Oh, I do have an attack event, but I'm not able to play it. So this doesn't do anything on its own. This card I'm going to hang on to. But Gamora herself, I'm going to have her thwart to get rid of Defense Network. So now I'm free and clear to go after the underground distribution of weapons? Is that what it is? Weapons. It's weapons. Which means this beautiful thing right here, we don't need to have it anymore. But man, it was pretty, wasn't it? Let's see. Hoser says, haven't tried any of the Guardian stuff yet. Currently deck building Iron Man and Captain America, so a friend and he can run through Red Skull. That sounds like a good team up. And Headwound Yoda has played as Gamora and Rocket. Likes Rocket a lot. Need to play Guardians more. Yeah. Same with me. Same with me. I liked Rocket, but I just wasn't syncing with him the way I wanted to. All right, so let's get our reference form, our reference card here. All right, yeah, we ready this. Draw up to my hand size, which is now 5 in my hero form. 3, oh boy, 4, 5, oh boy. Guys, I really did shuffle it. That's okay. No, this isn't that. We got a couple basics, a couple good more. Anyway, we'll go over it. Let me just make sure I don't have any interrupts. No, I don't think I have anything that I'll be able to use. So let's just go ahead and move on to the villain phase. So first, we're adding 1 threat to the main scheme. Doesn't need that much to trigger. It's kind of nice, I must say, playing against Klaw, and he's like very simple compared to some of the later ones. Oh, just 1 threat goes on there. It's not like 3 threat and then some Rube Goldberg machine happens. It's nice. Hi Ernie, welcome to the stream. I've just played 1 turn of the game, so you haven't missed anything if you're just joining now. Haven't even actually finished a full turn because all I do is never shut up. But that's what you're here for, right? I hope. If you're not, then I apologize for everything. All right, so I am in hero form. So the villain is going to attack me. He doesn't have... So Klaw doesn't have a base attack, but he gets 2 boost cards. So he's kind of risky. So I got to decide if I am going to defend as Gamora, who has a decent defense, 2 defense. But I kind of like her abilities. I think I'm going to take the risk this time. Let's just see how it goes. All right, so this is 1 damage, and this one is... Oh, you got to be kidding me. That's just cruel. If this activation deals damage to you, exhaust your hero. So, I only took 1 damage, but I could have defended and taken no damage and been in the same position because of it forcing me to exhaust. That's okay. That's fine. And now the Armored Guard is also attacking me. I mean, I'm not going to defend against that. Minions don't get boosts, so 8 health. All right. Okay. That's fine. Shyamalan Blows is here. Just here for me. Thanks, Shyamalan. But also, M. Night Shyamalan is one of the finest auteurs of our generation, so I don't know that I can abide by that name. Hoser wants to know if I examined Gamora's sword. Yeah, it looks like there's some holes in here where I could fit some gems, maybe, or something. All right, forget it. All right, so back to me. That's right, my turn. Let's see what I can do. Now let's look at the new cards I've drawn. I got another, once again, I have 2 hit and runs, which I really like, actually, especially now that I got my sword. And I will point out, even though she's exhausted, in case anyone doesn't know, and also to remind myself, because I'm foolish. These abilities, these responses still activate even if she's exhausted. I just can't use her for her attacking or thwarting, which is kind of a bummer because her attack is, she's actually really, she's got 2 in each category, which is really solid. Usually those range from 1 to 3 or 0 to 3, something like that. Are there? Yeah, there's zeros, right? There must be. No, maybe not. There's 1 to 3? Probably 1 to 3. I don't think there's a 0. I don't know. Anything can happen. So that's that's very solid. That's like all around. I think that's kind of her thing, is what I'm gathering, is that she can do everything. All right, now we've got Nebula though. Maybe Nebula could be the one to start to do some stuff for me, since Gamora's a little tired. We've also got a Clobber event. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. If this is the first card you played this round, return it to your hand. Oh wow, I have that opportunity, and 3 damage would take this guy out perfectly. So that seems pretty good. And this is a free 2 damage to an enemy, which is actually pretty good. It's a free cost and just a straight 2 damage. Not a bad card, but I feel like I might be using it to pay for something else. So I'm going to go ahead and... Ooh, I really like that. I really like all of these. That's always the problem with Marvel Champions. As Headwound Yoda said, every card is good. So it's... well, that's not necessarily true, but often I find I struggle with, like, which one do I want them all, and I can't use them all. But I'm going to start with Clobber. That just seems good. I'm going to spend... God, even though I really like this hit and run, but that's okay. I'm going to spend the hit and run and the acrobatic move to play Clobber. Oh, which is an attack event also, which is really good. Okay, so first of all, oh, yeah, I'm in hero form. I'm good. I deal 3 damage to an enemy. That's going to be the Armored Guard, which finishes him off. Goodbye, Armored Guard. And since it was the first card I played this round, it comes back to my hand. How about that? I like a good clobbering. Looks like she's clobbering a symbiote of some kind. And, like I said, that was the first card. That was that's a hero action attack event. Bear with me, everyone. After I play an attack event, remove 1 threat from a scheme. Guess what? Boom. Nailed it. Now, and I think after that, I've got to... I really want to play Nebula, but you know what? I think she might be better served later on. But, yeah, let's just play her. Let's just play her. We might need her. So, I feel like I'm doing the wrong thing, losing these hit and run. Oh, I also have, sorry, I also have Gamora's sword. I forgot about her sword. After I play an attack event, deal 1 damage to an enemy. So, we also get to hit him. Boom, our first hit on Klaw. Gotcha, Klaw. Remember Inspector Gadget? Now, I am going to... I hate getting rid of these hit and runs because I think they are really good cards. But you know what? Their 3 cost is kind of a lot early in the game. I'm trying to get established. We'll get them next time. Sorry, hit and runs. So we're playing our good friend / frenemy Nebula. Interesting to note about Gamora, her nemesis is also Nebula. I think that's true. Someone will tell me if I'm wrong. I'll tell me if I'm wrong. No, I'm not wrong. It's Nebula. So, frenemy. But right now she's a friend, not a neme. She has a response after she enters play. Search my deck for an attack or thwart event and add it to my hand. So, I have no other cards left. So I may want to look for a 0 cost one of those. If I want to play it right now. Probably that's what I wanted. Otherwise, there's not really much point to that ability. I'm basically just... So let's just see. Do I have... Now we're just looking through the whole deck. Is there a 0 cost? Yes. Attack or thwart event. There's one. Set the pace. Oh, that's the one I started out with. Is that our only one? That's an ally. That is not an attack or thwart. That's an attack event. Looks like similar to... Yeah, so this is my plan. Do I want to deal 2 damage to an enemy? Yeah, well, obviously there's no... So yes, I'm going to take acrobatic move into my hand. reshuffle my deck. And that will allow me to deal 2 damage to an enemy. I'm going to choose Klaw. Do-do-do. Ba-dum-bum. Ba-dum-bum. Ba-dum-bum-bum. We got chats. Ernie asked if I'm going to sell her later on. Later on, as in you going to sell her. Nebula? I missed something. Yeah, I guess Nebula could... Can Nebula fight Nebula? That's a good question, actually. No. Well, I don't know. I wonder, how does that work? Because she has the unique symbol, which means you can only have 1 copy of that named character in play at a time. So if Nebula's out and my minion comes out, does this one just go away? Actually, it might specify on the card. Now I'm curious. Yes. When she enters play, you discard the Nebula ally. So she could actually betray me. It's thematically consistent. Hoser asks if I mainly play this solo or have a dedicated super team of friends who enjoys playing as well. Oh, and also he clarifies on the Nebula issue. Yeah, I definitely have been playing this solo mostly. I've only ever played this with Will. And I've wanted to get it to the table, but it's never happened with other people. I enjoy it solo quite a bit, and while I do like two-handed solo a little bit, it can be a bit cumbersome. And especially for a stream, I really wanted to... I don't need to be shuffling this much. I really wanted to keep it a little bit simpler so we didn't get distracted. Anyway, I'm playing Acrobatic Move, which, what is going on? That is an Acrobatic Move. Why does this look like Evangelion colors? I feel like there's a giant robot on this card. I'm going to go ahead and use that to deal 2 damage to Klaw, and since... Oh, well, unfortunately, there's nothing to thwart otherwise. But because of my sword... it does 3 damage. So how about that? Let me know if I'm breaking any rules, by the way, because that's highly possible. And if so, I apologize. But that's pretty good. I'm feeling good about that. And this sword is good. I mean, if you have a sword, when you hit someone, it hurts more. It only makes sense. Now I still have Nebula here. She is free and clear. She could do something. I guess I'll have her attack. Yeah, let's just do it. I'll have her attack. Let's just try to take Klaw out quickly. 2 more damage to Klaw. Like I said, I'm used to... I haven't played like the core set villains in a while. I'm just so used to the later ones from the expansions that are way more challenging. So I'm like, am I doing something wrong? This seems like I'm not being pummeled by 12 minions and the scheme isn't piling up insurmountably. Anyway, that's done. Unexhaust my friends. Right now, Gamora and Nebula are BFFs. Oh, do I want to stay in... That is actually a question first. Do I want to stay in hero form or do I want to switch back? I think I may go back to Alter Ego so that he doesn't attack me. Actually, I have... Oh, sorry. Nebula is supposed to take a damage for what she just did. You know what? I'm just going to use Nebula to defend. I don't trust her any more than she trusts me. So now I'll keep her in hero form and draw back to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Why not? Ernie thinks my Nebula is a life model decoy. That's right. I know what LMD stands for. I'm a real nerd, just like you at home. Anyway, I got cards. Wonder what I got. Anything fun? Hey, an alter ego action. Ooh, it's a support card. Okay, we won't get too in depth on these. Let's just see. No minions right now, but we'll see. All right, nothing happening really. Okay, so another threat added to the scheme. Bing. Oh, I forgot to draw. Come on, chat. You guys, you're supposed to be keeping an eye on me for when I make mistakes. I did not draw an encounter card last time. I knew something was too easy. I would have had this minion engaged with me right here. The weapons runner. Very appropriate for the scheme. And after this card is revealed, I was supposed to reveal another additional encounter card. Oh, great. So this wouldn't have affected anything that I did so far. Are you kidding me? It's another weapons runner? I spoke too soon about things being too easy. All right. Assault, hero form, the villain attacks you. Oh my god, and now he takes another... Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do anything. This was all a round ago. The situation is about to change. Retroactively in a way that I dislike. Oh man, that's 3 damage. Bringing me down to half health. That would have been the end of it. So everything I did was still legal. But I don't know. I don't know that I would have done much different because there wasn't much else I think I could really do actually. But now I have these 2 guys that are going to be attacking me, which I did not anticipate. Which is, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and, because I would have known those are there, I'm going to switch to Alter Ego. That's too scary. I wouldn't want to be taking all that damage, especially at half health. Shagogs is in the chat. Hello, Shagogs. It's today your birthday, Shagogs? Happy birthday. Asks if he can get a confirmation that original Oreos are superior to double stuff. Anytime. Absolutely. OG Oreos we all know are the best. Double stuff is what we call an abomination. But we don't need to get into that right now. Headwound Yoda is a Golden fan. I'll allow you that one. I like a Golden from time to time. I like a Golden. All right. Did a thing happen? Fancy Panda in the chat? People are referencing Fancy Panda in a gift sub. Ernie wants them to just sell cream in a jar. I hope they never do it, Ernie. I hope they never do it. Oh, I see it over here now. Fancy Panda gifted a tier 1 sub to Ernie. How about that? I don't understand what Twitch means, so you guys can... you guys let me know what the significance of that is. All right. So anyway, I added a threat, and now everyone is going to be scheming. First, Klaw. Oh, boy. He's scheming for kind of a lot. Ooh. Uh-oh. Welp. This might be a quick game, folks. I feel like that always happens, and it never is. So he got 2 boost symbols there. So he's adding 4 threat, excuse me, which makes this 5. And both of these minions are scheming. And as soon as the first weapons runner schemes, this scheme flips. Boom. Which means we're on to the secret rendezvous already. I'm not worried. Klaw has found a buyer for his illegal weapons. It's up to you to stop the sale, but the meeting is surrounded by Klaw's cronies. When revealed, discard from the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put it into play with me. So I'm getting a third minion. Nope. Hey, we got Radioactive Man. Remember The Simpsons? He does bad stuff. So I'm assuming... Actually, wait, let me flip this first. So now we are on Secret Rendezvous. Klaw's meeting with the Crimson Cowl. What do you know? They dart into the shadows when I confront them, and Klaw's minions move to cover their escape. So far, they're doing a bang-up job. So, if this is completed, I will lose. I still feel good about my chances. Now, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure these guys are still... They keep scheming. So this is going to just get two threat on it right now. I can take care of that easy. There's just... Subs are being gifted all over the place in the chat right now. It's a sub-gifting love fest, and I'm here for it. Anyway, now I draw an encounter card. I didn't let me forget this time. Oh, well, I mean, three villains is a crowd. 4 villains is a party. Melter is here. Our old friend Melter. What's he got to say? He's got 1 scheme, 3 attack. Engaged player must defend against Melter's attacks with an ally they control if able. All right. So now I really need to deal with this situation. This is not so good. And I also would love to recover with Gamora, but I feel strongly that I need her for one of her attack or thwart abilities, because I'm really hurting for that. So I'm kind of in a tough situation right there. Let's see if I have anything up my sleeve that can help us with this. Angela is a free ally. That's Aldrich Odin's daughter. I'm going to assume she's a daughter of Odin. When she enters play, search the top 10 cards of the encounter deck for a minion and put it into play engaged with you. You know, as tempting as that sounds, I don't think I need another minion right now. I don't think I need another minion, so I don't think I'm going to be playing her. I think that's going to be a spendy card. Hoser says this looks like a job for Thor. Yeah, Thor's pretty good at the minion cleanup. He's not here. He's not here. Only Gamora is. All right. We've got first hit again, 2 damage to the villain. I'm not worried about the villain right now. Forward momentum. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Pretty good. 5 threat if you've played an attack event. Well, there's only 2, so... Regardless, it's whatever. Impede. Remove 3 threat from the main scheme. If this is the first card you've played this round, return it to your hand. Oh, another one of those. I like that. I like the return to your hands. That's pretty fun. And then there's the conditioning room, which is an alter ego action to use, which I currently am, so I may want to consider that. I exhaust this to return the bottommost attack or thwart event from my discard pile to my hand and heal a damage. I mean, I definitely want that. Oh yeah, I mean it basically pays for itself. I'll spend. Let's just spend Angela right now. What is the bottommost? I mean, whatever it is, I'm sure I want it. Well, it's the bottommost, not the topmost, so it's not like I can affect it currently. So I'll spend Angela to play the conditioning room. Gamora's getting some training in. She's doing her reps. I don't know. And I'll go ahead and use it right now while I'm still in alter ego form. I get to heal a damage. 6. 6 feels good. And what card will I be returning to my hand? Bottommost attack or thwart event. Well, there it is. The first card I played of the game, if you recall. Set the pace. Which is a free card that lets me remove a threat from a scheme. Again, I'm really worried about hurting these people right now. Now, I mean, these guys are not that big a deal. Between Nebula and Gamora, I could take them out easily. These folks, on the other hand, Those are some higher numbers. Much higher. Not as low. A bit more frightening, in fact. So let's see if I can't make use of my sword and my ability. Oh, also, I guess I'll use her action. Duh. Look at the top card of my deck. If it's an attack or thwart event, I get to draw it. Guess what it is? We got cross counter. It's attack, defense, and thwart. When I would take any amount of damage, prevent 3 of that damage. Deal 1 to an enemy and remove a threat from his scheme. Okay. I think I'll be hanging on to that. Now that that's out of the way, I am going to switch back to hero form. I'm kind of scared to do it, but I'm doing it. I'm scared of a lot of things. Oh, God, what's the move here? What is the move? I mean, I think, bottom line, I've got to just start taking these out, and I feel like it's better to go for the ones I can actually kill over trying to take out one of the big ones right now. Although, 3 attack on this guy is brutal. That's a lot. This is bad, too. When he attacks, you have to discard a card from your hand at random. Oh, my God, they're terrible. What have I done? Klaw! Klaw, come on! You don't even know Gamora. What are you doing this for? This is also an interrupt. I can hang on to this to take somebody out. I mean, that is true. I've got some moves right now. Like, this first hit, when a minion initiates an attack, deal 2 damage to it. So if I hang on to this, then I could... I mean, I'll still take a damage, but I could kill one of them without having to spend an action on my turn is the important thing. What are all of these again? Impede. Remove 3 threat from the main scheme. Oh, well, I already played cards, so that's not happening. I guess I'm probably going to spend that for something. Kind of wish I had more. I don't have many attacking cards. It's the real problem right now. I'm saving these. Uh-oh. I'm not that worried about this right now. So I'll save that too. Nah, you know what? Oh boy. Let's just go ahead and use this. Oh wait, actually no. I should play one of these. Come on. No. I don't really want to play any of these cards, guys. I don't want to play any of these cards. What's going on in the chat? Ernie asked if there's a minion limit. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that there can be 1,000,000 minions. It could be a regular Illumination motion picture if you want to let it get that far. I will... God. I'm going to use Set the Pace just to remove 1 threat. Yes, Hoser confirms. No minion limit. There are at least 3 more Masters of Evil in this deck. There is an ally limit, which is 3. So I'm not hitting that. And now we just need to figure out... God, I don't even have any... I mean, that's true. It doesn't seem... Now, you know what? Instead of doing what I just did, here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna use Set the Pace. This is another classic staple of a Marvel Champions stream for me, is to redo all of my every move and change it. I'm gonna use Set the Pace and it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter which one I use. And impede. Whatever. to play forward momentum. Oh, no, wait. No. I don't need to do what I'm doing. This already was a thwart event. Sorry, guys. I'm getting used to Gamora. The whole point of this was because I played a thwart event, her ability is I now get to deal damage to an enemy. So I'm going to deal damage to one of these weapons runners. Is that what I want to do? I think so. Yeah. It's going to be efficient. I might die. This is terrible. I warned you guys I'm bad at this game, but we're just seeing what Gamora can do is what we're doing. Anyway, I've chosen, and then I'm going to go ahead and have, oh god, do I want to, I can use Nebula to attack someone, but I think I want her as a defense against Melter. So I think but I would have to be against Radioactive Man because he forces you. Oh no, Melter's the one who forces you. All right, fine. So I'm just going to use Gamora to attack. She's going to attack. God. Melter or Radioactive Man? I'm not sure which one is worse. I hate them both. Let's do Radioactive Man. All right. Now, that's going to end my turn. I've never ended a Marvel Champions turn with this many cards still in hand. But my plan is I'm going to use these to pay for these as reactions, as interrupts during the villain phase. So I sort of am using them all, just in a different order. Headwound Yoda said kill Melter, so all right, I'll take that advice. It's been voted on. Melter will take the damage. Shagog's references the Lord of the Rings LCG in the chat, so it seems to have some similarities. Yeah, haven't played it myself, but I hear there are some similarities between the two. So now I am drawing just one card. Because that's all I have room for in my hand. It is the villain's turn. These are readied. So, here we go, folks. Let's see how this turns out. This disaster right here. One threat there, no big deal. Klaw attacks me. So I am... What am I going to do with Klaw? I am going to not defend. I'm not going to defend. He gets 2 boost cards. What in the world? So this is nothing. Why it just never turns out the way I want it to. And this one just gives him a tough status card. Well, I didn't defend. And I took no damage. What I was planning on doing was playing cross counter to prevent 3 of that damage and then deal 1 damage to an enemy and remove a threat from his scheme. But I took no damage. So it feels a little bit like I'm wasting this card. Should I guess I should just save it. Yeah, I'll just use it against... Wait until Weapons Runner damages me, I guess. It's the same thing. Alright, I just thought that was going to be more exciting, but I guess I should be happy about it? I don't know. Anyway, now Weapons Runner is attacking me for 1 damage. So I'm now going to play... Yeah, I'm going to spend that to play cross counter. I prevent 3 of that damage, which is all of it. Now I deal... What was this one again? Oh no, sorry, I'm not doing that. First, I'm gonna. First, I'm sorry. I'm actually just gonna do first hit. So I do take the 1 damage, but when a minion initiates an attack, deal 2 damage to that minion. So we're just gonna take out this weapons runner, and I'm back down to 5 health. And it's this weapons runner is the one that I'm now going to spend that on. Wait, I'm going to have no cards in hand on my next turn. This feels bad, guys. I think I'm playing this game wrong. Oh well. That's just the way it is sometimes. Oh, but by the way, that was an attack event, and my ability lets me remove a threat. So there you go. Ernie asked if I can use it on Melter and kill him. It only does 2 damage, so it would only it wouldn't quite kill Melter right now. So we're gonna hold off on that, I think. Anyway, weapons runner. Now I'm gonna play cross counter. This is going to be a disaster. I prevent that damage. I deal 1 damage to an enemy, which is going to be weapons runner in order to kill it. Oh, I guess I could have done that to kill Melter. I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying. I mean, you're right. It's better. Isn't it better? Oh, no, but the problem is... Can I do them both at the same time? I said at the start of the stream I wasn't going to overthink it, so that's what I'm not going to do. Let's just go with what I was doing. We're getting rid of Weapons Runner. And that was another attack/defense. That's both an attack and a thwart event. Which means I get to... Oh, man, I could actually... Wait. A lot of things could happen right now that I didn't calculate for, guys. Hold on, let me rewind. Let me rewind. Like I said, I'm not going to overthink it. Just wait, because this is going to be worth it. Wait for the payoff. We had these weapons runners in play, right? This guy had a damage on him. If I let this damage through, I did that. That happened. Oh, no, then I used first hit. But I'm not going to use first hit on him. Forget it. Instead, then weapons runner is going to attack. And I'm also just going to let him hit me. Yeah, I'm just going to let him hit me. 4 damage. I mean, 4 health is what I have. Sorry. Now, Ernie says, can I just cheat and use my last legendary deck? Maybe next stream. But first, Radioactive Man is going to attack. Ugh. Am I letting that through as well? God. I think I really don't want to, but I think I have to. I mean, I could defend. No. I'm gonna... Ugh. I'm gonna let it through. This is rough. This is all about just killing Melter? Is this worth it? Deal 2 damage to that minion. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It's still going to work out. Because... Oh, and this should still have a threat on it. So I'm taking another damage. I don't want to... Should I... I don't want to defend. I should, but I'm not going to. I might just die. Now, here's where it all gets good. Oh, I lose a card. Oh, no. What if I lose the card I need? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh no! All right, forget it. I mean, oh, I need both. Yeah, I can't afford to do this. It all crumbles. The house of cards falls down right here. My master plan was I was going to use all these cards on Melter, be able to kill him and one of these guys too. A lot because of my ability to let me get off attacks. The problem is Radioactive Man forces me to discard a card no matter what after he attacks me at random, and I need all four cards to pull this off. So I have to use these before I get to Radioactive Man. Otherwise I don't need all four, but I need all four. I need all four? No, wait. No, sorry. Sorry, I had 5 in hand. I need 4 of them. Oh, wait. But I might lose the card I need, so yeah, I can't risk it. So once again, I'm doubling back. Boy, if anyone's like a real purist about playing solo games, strictly not breaking any rules, they just hate watching this right now. They just hate it. So anyway, I would have used first hit to kill that minion. I'm back up to 5. And then I also would have used cross counter. To kill this guy. And remove a threat. I already did that. And maybe I'm at 4. Someone let me know if I'm at 5 or at 4. And then Radioactive Man attacks me. Well, he does 1. Now I'm at 4. I don't know. Maybe I'm cheating. But he forces me to discard a card. I only have 1 left. And finally, Melter. Nebula is forced to block. That's okay. I would have done that anyway. So I don't take any damage, but Nebula is gone thanks to Melter. Guys, that was, truly agonizing for me. I can only imagine what it was like for you watching at home. So for that, I apologize. Let's see. What's going on in chat? Fancy Panda said, go all out on damage. Totally worth. Well, I did what I did. Now let's see how this card kills me that I get to draw now. Discard an upgrade or support you control. Oh, man. All right. So do I lose the sword? Oh, sorry. I do still get to... Did I do all the extra things I was supposed to do? This is another reason it's good to play this with multiple players, so that they can help you understand what's going on. You can work together to remember turn phase rules. I think I did all that stuff. I don't know. I might have 1 more damage on a minion or something because of her precision ability or finesse or something. I can't remember anymore. Doesn't matter. Let's call it even. So, do I lose the conditioning room or her sword? Man. They're both pretty good, but this one costs more, so I have to assume it's better. So, goodbye, conditioning room. So, I have no cards. This can't be... I made some kind of a terrible mistake, or I just got very unlucky. Something is wrong here. It's not supposed to go this way. I think I have no choice. I've got to heal myself. I have to flip over and use her recovery ability to heal myself for 3 damage. Which means I'm doing nothing. I can use my action here to look at the top card of my deck. Hey, it's an event. I get to draw it. But I can't spend any cards for it. Ernie says he enjoys watching my agony because it's basically what he also goes through, playing by himself. Glad he's not in the same boat. I'm glad I'm here to make you feel better. Again, haven't played with Gamora before. We're just going into this blind. We're having fun. It's not about whether you win or lose. It's about, I don't know, something. Well, that was my turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, that has to, I think that was the worst turn I've ever had in Marvel Champions. It wasn't, I mean, just, I did nothing. I did absolutely nothing. I'm here to make the folks at home feel better about themselves. I wish I had more time to play this so that I could, you know, come in here and show you how it's done. But that ain't the stream you tuned into, folks. Let's see. Do I have anything that's going to be useful during the villain round? Ooh, that's going to be nice if I get to play that. A couple of resource cards. Always like those. Those would have been helpful when I had no cards. That would have been good to have. Ah, yes, a hero interrupt right there. But I'm not going to be taking any damage, unless maybe encounter card gives me damage. So it doesn't matter. Another threat added to the scheme. I could still... I can see a path back for me. I can see a path back. We'll see how it goes. Klaw is... Oh, this is bad. I just realized how close I am to losing. Klaw... Klaw is scheming. Man, it is possible that this hits 8 threat right now and I lose. It's really tough calls right now. Maybe I should have used her to thwart. But then I just would have and recovered next turn, I guess. No, I mean there was only 1 threat on here though. It's just with 2 minions and him. That adds up. That adds up. Anyway. He's scheming for... Okay, just 2. But also he's dealing a damage to me. I prefer that to more threat. So that's a total of 4 threat being added, which means we're at 6 threat. Let's see if this card can end the game and put me out of my misery and make the stream a nice, concise one. Oh, it's a new side scheme. Klaw gets plus 10 hit points. It's the Immortal Klaw. Well, I always heard it said, nothing can stop the Klaw. It's a Liar Liar reference, 1997. Klaw's mastery of sound allows him to restore his solid form through sheer power of will. Also, by the way, I just realized after I made the announcement at the beginning about these great counters Hoser sent to use to indicate if something's been exhausted or not. I then forgot to use them. So that's all right. Haven't been in danger of running out of space. I've had plenty of room for my 2 cards. Really, it's just 1 card now in play. Very pathetic. Anyway, Klaw gets plus 10 hit points. If I defeat that scheme, he will lose them. Oh god, this is bad. He also gets 3 threat on it. And we have one of these right here in play. That would be the acceleration, which I think means we're getting more threat. Is it just 1 more threat? Don't worry, I have the book. 1 additional threat during that phase of the game. So, kind of scary. Kind of scary. Was that my... Yeah, that was my encounter card. Oh, right. That was my encounter card. All right. So we're back to me. I have a turn now. Hoser says, don't worry about making mistakes. Yeah, the Fantasy Flight games are hard enough as it is. They're always doing erratas and such. Ernie doesn't know how to build a deck. Me either. There's all kinds of things going on. I've tweaked some of the older decks, but the problem for me is I don't think I play often enough. Because I feel like I would want to, play a hero a couple of times and really get a feel for which cards I want to get rid of. My other problem is that I am, I don't know if the hoarder's not really the right word, But I have this desire. I want to have a deck for everybody. I'm not a fan of having to like move cards around all the time. So I have a bunch of like not great decks for everybody instead of like really good decks for a few of them. Anyway, it is what it is. I have a turn now. I actually have cards in hand, 6 of them in fact. Let's see if any of them are going to do me any good. I think I have to use this right off the bat. There's no question. Oh, that's pretty good too. Let's do... All right, I'm going to spend these 2 cards to play Impede, which is a thwart event. Oh, it's a hero action, so I got to be in hero form first. You know what? Before I do it, let me just use her alter ego action, which allows me to look at the top card of my deck. Hey, it's an attack event. I get to draw it. Pretty good. Ooh, it's deal 4. Whoa! Do I have a thwart event? Yes! Oh, fellas. Fellas, you're about to see some magic happen. Now she's going into hero mode. Get ready for magic. Anyway, like I said, I'm using these 2 cards. No, these 2 cards to play Impede. Remove 3 threat from the main scheme. Very much needed. So that now has 3 on it. Better than 6. And since it was the first card I played this round, I get to bring this back to my hand. I kind of want to do it again just to get rid of that last 3. But regardless, I'm going to be doing this awesome card that I just drew. Yeah, we'll spend these 2. I'm going to play Decisive... Oh, sorry. Also, this is important. Because of what I just did, after I play a thwart event, I get to deal 1 damage to an enemy. I will deal that damage to Melter. Then, like I said, Decisive Blow. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. Now, here's the juicy part, my friends. 7 damage instead if you have played a thwart event this turn. Well, guess what the card I just played is, which means Radioactive Man is radioactive gone. 1 blow, 7 damage. Would I have liked to do that against Klaw? Of course. But he's doing his own thing right now. I gotta clear the area first before I go back to worrying about him. And that was an attack event, which means I get to remove a threat from a scheme. It's got to be... Ooh, this is tough, actually. No, I think it's got to be Secret Rendezvous. Ooh. Which one should it be? Yeah, Secret Rendezvous. Oh, sorry, I also have... my sword, when I played an attack event, which I just did, I deal 1 damage to an enemy. I guess... No, I'm going to do it to Klaw. Because I'm going to use my basic attack as Gamora to finish Melter off. Which means we have a minion-free zone right now. Minion-free zone. Love that. Now I'm left with 2 cards in hand. 1 I cannot play, but it's removing 3 threats, and I get to bring it back to my hand if it's the first card I play. So this would be kind of nice to keep for next round. Or, oh, and this I can't play right now anyway. It's an interrupt, so I'll be saving it once I have a hand. So yes, that's all I'm doing for the turn. Unexhaust. 3, 4, 5. Hope we'll at least get through her deck, so at least everybody can see all of her cards before I am destroyed. Now, 2 threat are being added to the scheme, unfortunately. Total of 4. Thanks to this. But thanks to this. That's great. And I am in hero form, so Klaw is attacking me. I'm going to defend, I think. Yeah, I think I gotta. My health is too low. I don't want to risk it. But you know that if I defend, he's going to give me another 0 hit. I'm wrong no matter what I do is the problem. Oh, wait, I have cross counter. So let's hold on to that. And if I need to use it, I will. So I'm not going to defend. So let's see what he does. 2 boosts. Why, that's just 1 damage. Should I take the 1 damage, or should I use cross counter now? It allows me to deal 1 damage. Nah, it's not worth it. That's not worth it. Yeah, I'm just going to take the 1 damage. Save that for spending or something. Most likely. All right. And the encounter card. Sonic Boom. When revealed, either spend 3 resources of the indicated types or exhaust each character I control. Wow, that's bad. I don't even know if I have... Is it even possible for me to spend that? It's a strength, energy, and mental. No, I have no energy, if that's what that's called, so I don't have a choice. I must exhaust Gamora, which probably was the choice anyway, as much as it pains me. This guy really just likes exhausting me all the time. It's a bit rude. All right. We're coming back to me. Checking out the chat. Ernie wants to know how I got my Palico shirt. Why, this Palico, representative of Monster Hunter, the video game series? Believe it or not, this was a gift from Will. Probably a number of years ago that is too long for me to still be wearing this shirt. But, yes, we were both Monster Hunter fans. I am a bit of a lapsed Monster Hunter fan. But appreciate the Palicos, of course. So I can't tell you where it's from. You'll have to Google it if you want to know that. And Fancy Panda says that's why he uses proxies and magic to get around, to have decks for everything. Yeah. I'm also too lazy to make proxies. Maybe I just should. I don't know. If I played this more with more people, like if I actually had a group that cared enough, that's my other problem, is it's hard for me to compel myself when I know it's mostly just for me. Does my hand just look ghostly pale right now? Something's wrong here. All right. So now it's my turn. It is my turn. I think I got to start with Impede again because it's really good. What else do I have, though? I also drew Godslayer, an upgrade for Gamora. Well, for anybody, but I mean, she's on the card. When your hero makes a basic attack against a unique enemy, such as Klaw, exhaust this and you get +2 attack. Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. And I have combat training, +1 attack. Her attack is already pretty good. Oh, man. Although, can you imagine both of those? She'd have a consistent 5 attack to hit him with each turn. That would be awesome. It's not going to happen, but, man, I can dream, can't I? I have all these expensive cards, and I kind of just want to play my cheap ones. Well, I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, use these two. Oh, are they? Yeah, they're heroes, so I'm a hero. To play Impede once again, remove 3 threat from the main scheme, and first card I played, so it comes back to my hand. I wish this said from any scheme, so I could just get rid of this right now. I'd be fine if that was my whole turn, honestly. I need more Where are the allies in this deck? I have no friends. I need someone to do something for me. I'm all by myself. Well, I can't play anything else. That's it. That's all I can do. These are too expensive. Oh, but that was a thwart, so I get to deal 1 damage to him. It's gonna pay off. Oh man, this feels like a bad turn. I feel like I'm just treading water right now. Maybe I should have gone for something else, but that's what I did again. Am I gonna go to? I think I gotta stay in hero mode too. I got rid of cross counter though. You know, I'm not. I should keep cross counter. I'm gonna instead have spent. I guess uppercut. I'll keep Godslayer and see if that works out for me. And I'm gonna stay in hero mode because I just want this to stay low now. Ugh, this is rough. Although I also want more cards, which is also a problem. Doesn't matter. Oh, there's my double resource card. Alright, let's see how this goes. So once again, 2 more for the scheme. Blah, blah, blah. And Klaw is gonna scheme. Blah-diddy blue. Oh no, sorry, he's gonna attack me, not scheme. Blah-diddy blore. Okay, that's 5 damage. Now is the time that I use this. Yeah, sorry, Impede. It's such a good card, though. No, let's use Godslayer. We were going to get rid of it anyway. I'm going to play cross counter. I prevent 3 of that damage, so I still am taking 2. Which is still bad. Deal 1 damage to Klaw and remove a threat from a scheme. Let's do this one. And that was both an attack and a thwart event. So thanks to Gamora's ability, I also get to deal another damage to Klaw and remove another threat from a scheme. Let's do it from here. Oh, no, actually, no. Let's do this one. And now I'll draw my encounter card. Uh-oh. Obligation, Unfulfilled Destiny. It's Gamora's obligation card. Each character has one. I'm going to give it to me, the Gamora player. I may flip to alter ego form, and I choose exhaust my alter ego and remove this card from the game, or choose and discard 2 events from my hand and just discard this. 2 events? I only have 3 cards in hand. I can't. I'm going to discard. I'm going to switch to alter ego and exhaust it and remove this from the game. So you don't have to worry about it if the deck gets reshuffled, but they really don't want me to be able to use Gamora in this game. What is going on? Alright, so it's back to me. Again, I have very few options. Well, here's the good news, hopefully. I'm in alter ego form, so let's look at the top card of my deck. Nope, it's just a resource card. Man, I would have loved to... Oh, and I have to flip to use this. I have to do it, though, right? Oh, I feel like I'm really just doing the same things over and over again. Man, I was really hoping to be able to just get rid of that. You know? You know? Instead... I think maybe I'm overusing Impede. I think I'm just... I've used it and brought it back too many times. I guess it's working for me. I'm keeping myself alive. Well, barely. But I got to do it. I'm gonna spend genius to play it. Well, first they have to be hero mode. Remove 3 threat from the main scheme. I get to return it to my hand. And that was a thwart event, so I get to deal 1 more damage to Klaw. Remember, once I get rid of this, he's losing 10 life right away, so he's really at 10 health. Seems like he's at 20, he's really at 10. I haven't hit him in a long time. Oh, wait, I just realized, I should have, sorry, he should be at 21, and he should lose this toughness. I kind of forgot he was tough, but I've pinged him a bunch of times, so that it evens out. And yeah, these are both 2 costs, and unfortunately I don't have that great resource card that I drew earlier. I didn't play it, so that's the end of my turn. Man. So far I like Gamora, but I hate myself. Why am I now drawing all my resource cards? Unbelievable. Kids, always shuffle 5 more times than you think you need to. That goes for the adults as well. Chat confirms that this shirt is from Uniqlo, although it may not be available anymore. So, there you go. Now, 2 threat on this main scheme, of course. And I am being attacked. I will defend, because if I'm going to die. I don't have any interrupts, do I? Nope. Nope. Every turn could be my last. And he gets 2 boosts. We are looking at 2 damage, and I blocked it both with my defense. So at least there's that. At least there's that. And now my card draw. Masters of Mayhem. When revealed, each Masters of Evil minion attacks the hero it is engaged with. If no attacks were made this way, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a Masters of Evil minion and put it into play engaged with you. Search the encounter deck and discard pile. So I assume you start with the encounter deck. Masters of Evil minion. There is not one here. They are all in the discard pile. Only 4 cards left over here. Yeesh. I should have looked at the boost symbols on those. Let's just use this to my advantage. I mean, this is what a real good gamer would do. Okay, pretty likely that his next boost is extremely frightening. That's what I needed to know. If he attacks me again next time, there's a chance he does 5 damage. Or 6, maybe. I don't know. So, I assume I get to choose... I get to choose which one it is. So, at least there's that. Who is a Masters of Evil minion that I want to see come into play? I mean, Melter is pretty bad, so no. Radioactive Man is horrible, so no. Didn't see Whirlwind. He seems pretty bad. But maybe. Masters of Evil. Tiger Shark. I'm thinking Whirlwind. Alright, so Whirlwind's deal is... when he attacks me, he attacks each other hero as well. Well, guess what? I'm the only hero in this game, so this doesn't matter. That's why I picked him. 1 scheme, 2 attack. I mean, he's still annoying, but he's, especially in a solo game, is probably the most friendly to me right now. Ernie asks if Tiger Shark is like a game genie. And I'm going to say yes. All right. Man, Okay, what are we going to do here? I'm done with Impede. Impede is dead to me, I think. Maybe not. I mean, the fact that I get it back. No, I shouldn't. What I should do instead, we're done with Impede. Get out of here. I'm playing my friend Drax. Drax is here to join the party. We finally have another friend. He can't attack minions. Drax doesn't go for the small fries. Drax only likes the big fellas. But he's got 3 attack. Wish he could attack a minion. And then I'm going to also play Decisive Blow. 4 damage to an enemy. I did not play a thwart event, so I don't get to do that. It's got to go to Whirlwind. I mean, it has to. God, I wish she was not exhausted for a number of reasons. But here's the good news. Because I played an attack event, I get to use my my finesse ability. Remove a threat from a scheme. Finally, the Immortal Klaw, not so immortal anymore until this deck reshuffles and we draw that again in a couple of turns. We don't have to worry about this. Only 1 threat is going to be added, and he is officially down to 11 health here. So we can all feel good about that much. And I do have Drax here. I might as well use him. He's going to deal 3 damage. Wow, Drax is kind of good. He has 4 health, and he has a 3 attack. I mean, even not going against minions, that's a pretty nice card. 10, 9, 8. Bringing Klaw down into the single digits. Now, mind you, he has a second form, which I haven't even approached yet. But I will consider it a victory if we can just get through that first form before the stream is over. All right, everybody on exhausts. Still not using these lovely counters, but man, they're really good. Kudos to Hoser. They're great. I imagine they're great. The thing is, I've had other games where the table's been so cluttered and they would be nice, but I just have so few cards in play. Oh, actually, I am going to switch to Alter Ego form. That's the only other thing I'm going to do because I don't want to die. So, that means 1 threat is being added to the secret rendezvous. Swinging Belleville Rendezvous. And then Klaw is going to scheme. Oh, he could be scheming for so much. This could be the end. Is there anything I could do to prevent this? Oh, I should have drawn my hand, first of all. 1, 2, 3. God, should I have stayed in hero mode? Hold, now let me just go back. Well, I can't look at my hand before I decide this. I mean, regardless, that's getting 1 threat. Because I could use Drax to defend 1 attack. I could stay alive for that long. God. Because I know there could be a 3 boost card on the top easily. He could scheme for 5 and the game would end right now. So I have no choice. I have to stay in hero form. And then I'm drawing back up to 5. I definitely didn't shuffle well enough. I think that's my ultimate failure in this game. So this is staying how it is. He is attacking me. I'm using... Drax is going to die is the problem, and I really wanted to use him a lot. But, I mean, it's him or me, let's face it. Sorry, big guy. He's got to go. He's got to go. Maybe he'll get lucky. He won't. He's dead. He's dead for sure. Yep, there it is. That's 5 damage. And yes, by the way, Had I stayed in alter ego form, that would have been a scheme of 5 total, and I would have just lost the game. So, I made the right call. Really at the end of my rope here. Oh, I have a first hit. I'll probably use that. Sorry, Drax. Bye. I loved what you did while you were out here. Fancy Panda says since this is a solo game, he would have no problem with me peeking at that top card. Well, it worked out the way I wanted it. Since I did get to peek at these bottom ones already, so I kind of knew my odds were pretty low. So there was like a 3 out of 4 chance that it was just an instant loss. So, yeah. Anyway, now Whirlwind is attacking me for 2 damage. I will use first hit. Oh, and it's an interrupt. I assume so. I think this is how this will work. I don't know. Let's see if I'm cheating. When a minion initiates an attack, well, first I have to spend. Sure. When a minion initiates an attack, deal 2 damage to that minion, which would take him out. Now you tell me, it's an interrupt. It's when he initiates an attack, not when he does the damage. So I think that means I kill him before the damage has a chance to go through. That's how I'm going to play it. And if anybody wants to tell me that I'm wrong and just ruin my entire evening, let me know. And I will make that adjustment to bring myself back down to 1 health. Back to my turn now. Things are... The problem is... the field is, like, very neutral. But for how late in the game I am, it feels bad. If this was, like, halfway through my deck, I'd be like, wow, the field is clear. No side schemes. My health's not that good, but I can recover. Hey, I actually have Gamora for once. But I feel like I've just been very slow in this game. Hoser is indicating that he's pretty sure that I played that correctly, so we're going to go with that. Now, I have 2 Plan of Attacks, which are free cards. I could use one or both to search the top 4 cards of my deck and look for an attack event and add it to my hand. Well, there's only 2 cards in my deck, so... I don't know how totally useful that is going to be. I can use both of these to pay for Clobber. Yeah, let's do that. I get to deal 3 damage to an enemy. It's an attack event. So thanks to my sword, I get to do an extra damage. So that's going to bring this guy down to 4 health. I feel like, by the way, I may have been playing some events and forgotten to do their things. I probably should have won. I also get to remove a threat because I played an attack event. I love this ability. I'm loving what she does. I'm loving what she's laying down. And because this was the first card I played this round, it comes back to my hand. Also the only card I'm playing this round. We're about to... There's some talk in the chat about what happens if you run through your deck. We're finding out right now. Oh, actually, first I do have Gamora. I mean, I have to... this is tough. God, there's so many things I really want to do with her. I really should thwart, I think. Thwart and then switch to alter... I either thwart to clear this of threat, and then I switch to alter ego. Or I switch to alter ego right now and recover my health, but I think I'm in the same situation. I think I gotta thwart this with Gamora. And then alter ego. I guess I could stay in hero form and defend. Seems very risky. Everything I do is risky right now. This sword has stuck by me, though, since turn 1. So, like I said, now I'm redrawing my hand. It's time to go through the rest of the deck. And indeed, since I have run through my entire deck, I have to get an extra encounter card that I will be drawing. So I'm going to be drawing 2 encounter cards this turn. My health is currently 3. Sorry, that was off screen there. Health is 3. Not the best. Not the best health. I think one of 2 things is going to happen here. Oh, oops. I have a... That's not supposed to be in there. I'm going to try to just take Klaw out his first phase. And feel good about that before I am taken out. If I could get my health back up a little bit, I'd be in a stronger place. The problem is I really feel like after at this point of the game, having run through my whole deck once, I should have more stuff. I should have like at least one of those cards that generated resources for me, maybe an ally. Although I don't think, maybe I'm being a little too harsh because it does seem like Gamora's whole thing is all about events. So she's not really one of these characters that I guess I'm more used to where they build up an engine of stuff in front of them. I think, but she does have a couple cards that help with that. I feel like I should have like 1 or 2 more of those, and I would feel pretty good right now. But I don't know. Maybe I just squandered those opportunities. Ernie asks if Klaw has 3 phases. So there are technically 3 Klaw phases. Each enemy, each villain has 3 phases. You play phases 1 and 2 in standard difficulty, and you play phases 2 and 3 at the higher difficulty level. So you always only fight two versions of him, but you just do the harder ones in a harder game. Maybe there's a variant or some kind of villain that uses all 3 in one game if you're really a glutton for punishment. But I think at that point, like if you're able to make it to a 3rd phase, probably your heroes are like built up enough that I think the game will just be longer as opposed to harder. But that could vary a lot, I'm sure, depending on your decks and your heroes and things. Fancy Panda says I gotta take risks to get ahead. Well, all right. I don't. Sure, maybe I'm doing that. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just drew Godslayer and I misread it as cosplayer. That's not what it says. That's not what it says at all. All right. There's some fun things in here, maybe. No interrupts, though? Not against... Oh, wait, no. Not against him hurting me. So, 1 threat on the scheme. No big deal. And he is going to scheme. Possibly a big deal. No! Just his basic 2. So that is being kept at bay right now. How about that? And now... But... So, now it's about to get worse, so... Well, technically... Oh, wait, this already would have happened, wouldn't it have? Yeah. Yeah, it did. So, I would have drawn this card during... Oh, no, I would have been safe. Oh, I screwed up. Yeah, I screwed up, guys. I screwed up a little bit. This is the card I should have... I technically draw it as soon as I run through my deck, even though I don't look at it yet. Which means this is his boost card, not that. Which adds another 2. So that's at 5, not 3. Not as great as I thought it was. And now this gets shuffled. And now there's an acceleration token. So now there's going to be 2 threat once again each round. It's looking grim. It's looking grim. In the instance of my morale, as well as not streaming too incredibly late in the night, I might just say, Phase 1 complete! We did it, everyone! You know, like I said, we just wanted to get a feel for Gamora. And so far, as I said, I actually really like her. I also have Star-Lord, haven't tried him yet. Read up a little bit on how he works. He seems more involved. Gamora is kind of nice. I like that she just, like I said, if you attack, you get to thwart. If you thwart, you get to attack. It's a nice little back and forth. Pretty good for solo play, I assume, if you're competent. And just the fact that she lets you use different colors from different decks. I think that's fun. They also did that with Spider-Woman. That's fun if you're one of those deck builders. Then you get to play around a little bit more with the colors, mixing and matching. Her even, well, not quite as much, but you can use Spider-Woman only lets you use 2 aspect colors. With Gamora, technically, you could use all of them if those are the events that you want. All right, we're done shuffling this. You know I always want to shuffle it nice and shuffly. All right, let's resolve these one at a time. This one that we saw is mine. The villain's schemes. Now, when the villain schemes from a card, he gets a. Does he still get a boost? I think the answer is yes. But if I can get a confirmation from the chat, yeah. Chat says he gets a boost. And that's the game! Is this the same one I drew earlier? Which means that's 2 more thread on there. Which brings this to a total of 9. Which means I lose the game. Yeah. What would my other one have been had I managed to survive that? Oh, I would have got a new minion in play, which could have worked out. And I was ready to maybe, you know, do some impeding, do some clobbering, set some pace, maybe play my Godslayer, maybe just uppercut him and just defeat that, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Yeah, this doesn't matter. So we almost did it. We came close, but fell just short of defeating his first phase. So I almost successfully completed half of the game. I did a real swell job. Ernie says, once again, nothing can stop the Klaw! And says that he's shocked I knew the year that movie came out. What? Everyone doesn't off the top of their head know all the years of Jim Carrey movies? Let's see. Ace Ventura, Dumb and Dumber, and The Mask were all 1994, which is insane. Maybe it was 95, but I'm pretty sure they were all 3 94. Truman Show is 99. I know Truman Show is 99. Dumb and Dumber must have been 90. No, I just said 94, right? No, Ace Ventura, The Mask. Yeah, Dumb and Dumber were all 94. The Cable Guy was 98? I think the Cable Guy was 98. You guys can all fact check me on that. Check IMDb to find out how insane I am. But nonetheless, in spite of my failure, you were all witness to some fun with Gamora. I'm glad we at least got to go through her deck. Oh, Cable Guy 96. Cable Guy before Liar Liar. I thought Cable Guy was after, huh? Oh. Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe I think I will. Oh, I'll bring the cards down here. Maybe tweak this deck a little bit at some point. Shuffle it better for the next game. There are a few cards that I definitely wish I took better advantage of. I really think one of my biggest failures, Truman Show 98? All right. I resign from my movie knowledge. I can't believe it. I'm a fraud. Look, I should have quit while I was ahead. I got the 94 though, right? I got 3 in 94. When's Jim Carrey going to be in a Marvel movie? Don't you think he should be a Guardian of the Galaxy? Why, he's already painted it. He was the original Gamora. He had himself in full green paint before that movie happened. I think we just all should give him some credit for that. Like I said, I think my biggest failure was these hit and run cards, which are these great events. They're attack and thwart events, which means you get to trigger both of her attack and thwart powers to attack and thwart more. So this is essentially dealing 3 damage to an enemy and removing 3 threat from his scheme. It's a cool card, and if I had the sword out, that's even more damage. But I got all of them early on, and they were expensive, and I didn't have. I just wasn't in a position to play them. And then if I also could have got this Keen Instincts, at least one of these in play, which generates a resource for my event cards, would have been a great one to have set up. Probably, if I were to play again, I might even mulligan to try to get one of those. But we just jumped in head first, blind, not knowing what was going on. You got to see how Gamora works. I enjoyed it. You enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. This is Roll for Crit. My name is Jonathan. If you liked it, of course, you can check out rollforcrit.com, find all our other video content, and we're going to be streaming some more fun stuff later in the week, doing a little digital wingspan, I believe, on Wednesday. And on Thursday, we are playing the first case of the new game Vienna Connection, which is the new in the detective series of games from Portal Games. And speaking of Portal Games, you're going to want to tune into our podcast this week because unless bad things happen, Ignacy Chevicek is going to be our guest this week. So a lot of fun there. Listen to and watch all our content. It's a lot of fun. And everybody who was in the chat tonight, I appreciate you being here. If anyone else wants to subscribe to the channel or on YouTube or listen to our podcast or subscribe to our Patreon, you can do all that stuff. Go to rollforcrit.com. There's a lot of fun things that can happen there. Ernie says Jim Carrey was in Kick-Ass 2, which is a Marvel property. Is Kick-Ass under the Marvel umbrella? I know it's not officially part of the line, but I believe you. Fancy Panda is explaining some Twitch things that I don't understand. All right. Good night, everybody. Spend some time with your family, and it's been fun. It's been a ball. Stay cool. I'm Jonathan. Signing off. Excelsior!